Thank you guys for showing up for this, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right. Yeah. We're gonna talk some shit. This podcast is called the Turtle Reads Podcast. It was formed in when was it? Last year?
Yeah,
basically.
we're about a year old. Book review podcast, and we generally go on ADHD fueled rants randomly.
We bonded over Colin Quinn's set at the Creek in the Cave, and realized that we were both very nerdy in our separate ways.
For sure.
And decided to, Clay wanted to present to me the Discworld novels. Do you guys know the Discworld? Yeah, so it was my first time reading them. So we went through that, and now we've expanded out to...
We've done Dune, Neverending Story, couple comic books, Sandman novels, Dark Tower, graphic novels. And then, we got the chance to do it here, and I'm a huge anime and manga nerd. So, and Melissa's never read any manga.
I'm into anime, always have been. And I've always been at least anime adjacent. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, all my friends are like that. You know, like I know the whole Green Lantern universe. I've never read one fucking comic book at all. But it's just one drunken conversation at a billiards. And now I know, you know? So, I never read manga though.
Yeah.
So this is why we chose to do this.
Yeah.
This is my first time reading manga, and Clay chose YuYu Hakusho. And why?
Because I felt it would be a little compelling, because it starts off with the main character being dead, like immediately. So I felt like that would be compelling to you.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
I love death. Yeah. It's great.
Most comedians do. I get that.
Yeah.
That's a thing. There's a trope amongst us.
For sure.
Well, death is the holy grail of comedy. You know, if you can joke about death, that's good. You did a good job. You can pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is compelling. So, good choice.
Sorry, I am set that up.
Huh?
You're gonna set that up?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. So, what did you? And then Roger, you know manga like crazy, but you haven't read. You said you haven't read Yu Yu Hakusho.
I did not.
But you've seen the manga, the anime.
Seen the anime. I've seen the anime, and I've also watched the when Robot Chicken mocked it, which summed up the manga better than anything, man. If you watch Robot Chicken sum you up, you're like, well, that actually is correct. That really summed it up.
You say it like you were offended, though. You think they mocked it.
No, man, I love when they mock everything. This is weird to hear that that's how you two bonded, because that's really how we bonded.
That's how Clay bonds with everybody.
Yeah,
Clay
finds out what your
Clay
nerd
has like
thing
radar.
is.
He has nerd-dar.
He does. He looked at me and he said, I bet you that brother be into some weird anime. And I was like, yeah, I am. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Clay's a jack of all nerds. I guess that sounds kind of gay.
Are you
jacking off nerds.
You're the one nerd to bond us all? Is that your You're like that ring I heard about. You're just bringing us all together.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Okay, this is cool.
Who in here has watched that new live action YuYu?
No.
Okay. No one.
Who is not going to?
Wow.
Like on principle. Yeah, I know I would feel the same way.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
okay.
It is kind of, they tried to condense 112 episodes into 5 episodes, so it is an insane thing to do.
I don't want to go off on a tangent, but some live action stuff is amazing.
Oh yeah, I love Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin
That was a good one.
Amazing
Yeah,
live
but I
action.
didn't like Death Note. I thought that was not done well.
Okay, the Japanese version is good. The Netflix version is a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
But if you want that One Piece series on Netflix, amazing.
It was good. I like and dislike how they made it more realistic with like the goat head on the front of Going Merry. But also, they did decent with the CGI. I'm not gonna lie. They can fuck that up real quick.
Easily.
Yeah. So they did pretty decent with that compared to like Avatar and Dragon Ball, of course, the worst of all.
Oh, One Piece? I've seen that.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I never saw the live action, so it's good?
Oh yeah, no, that
Yeah.
Like one of the best live action.
Although one of the Black Blades did bend while Zoro was doing a roll.
The blade bent?
Yes, the whole.
Oh my God! The cosplay meeting earlier would be very, very angry to hear that.
Yes.
That was allowed to happen.
But yeah, the One Piece one was I liked it for sure.
Yeah, see, I know a couple things. I know a few.
One thing I kind of wanted to touch on that about the author here, he also did Hunter x Hunter, which is a great fucking anime, one of the best. But also he did one that's kind of weird. It's called Tendi Showaru Cupid. It's about a 15-year-old boy whose pervy Yakuza father hires a demon to try to seduce his underage son.
That's very Japan.
Wait, can you say that again? Slower. Say it slower and say it more sexy.
Yakuza dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, emphasize that.
Emphasize
and
that.
say it like get in it.
You know, a woman or something? Or?
Yes.
I like how this is. He's like, wait a minute, all right, because it's like cool if she's like a
Don't
woman,
be hiring no dude demon to seduce your 15-year-old son.
or something weirder. You might not even have meant that, right? It's like, is it a frog, right? Is a frog trying to fuck this kid? You know?
No, I'm pretty sure it's like
Yeah. Something.
kind of shit.
Yeah.
See, only at an anime convention does somebody bring in that nuance. Like, hey, was he trying to fuck a monster girl? And we like, you know what? Thanks for pointing that out. That's
Well,
what
I'm
it
aware of
happened.
that, and that's why I was like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I mean, all I know is a female demon. It could be a succubus. It could be, I don't know, some other type of demon.
You know what? I'm willing to go do the research on this one for you guys, and I'll report back.
All right.
I will come back after I do the research.
Yeah,
for
okay.
you. Somebody's got to go waste their life on this. I will do it for you.
Yeah, waste their life. You're just gonna end up watching hentai.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen. I'm going to go look for the movie version of it or hope Robot Chicken has summed it up. That'll work too. Robot Chicken had fucking.
You're just. It's like a roundabout way of saying like I'm gonna go watch some porn and I'll report back next week.
For sure.
Someone's got to do the dirty work.
Yeah,
That's right.
You know what? Send me the name. I'm going to
Like
do the
my
homework.
road, dirty jobs.
This is what this is. All right, how are you going to start this?
So
We started.
yeah, we started.
We're doing it.
You're done.
We're gonna just keep on
You're
going.
just going to hit us with stuff, and I just get to chirp in about it.
Oh
That's
yeah, for sure.
Everyone.
So
can-
and
The
yeah,
format
everybody.
of the show is ADD. Do you get it?
Yes.
There we
Pretty
go.
much.
We're good.
Yeah.
So
My
that's
boy
it.
James is going to love that.
Yeah.
He's in the audience grinning. That's what happens when you have an autistic friend hanging out with you. He's not autistic, but he's my representative for mine.
He's like, he's not autistic. He just doesn't blink a lot.
Yeah, he's really good at math.
So like we don't know.
My wife is.
Alright.
Yeah, that's true. She is. Yeah,
Well, it's not contagious, so.
it may be.
It
I don't know. It may be.
I got the ADHD.
Okay,
All right.
but yeah, no, and it's gonna be a little bit hectic because I am on shrooms, and it's been a wild day running around. I bought a sword, and I don't have it on me right now, but it's awesome.
I feel bad about this because we really did go down to the floor and I walked him around the marketplace and I just saw this look in his eye. And like every comic lost all the money I paid them to come do comedy. Running around with statues, little mini statues of cheerleaders and swords. And I'm just like,
I didn't
you got the
own,
vest too.
Yeah, I didn't own this vest before I came today. So yeah, I spent a good bit of money, but it's fun as fuck. I love it.
One of us.
Go IKKiCON. So yeah, YuYu Hakusho starts off. 14-year-old Yusuke Urumeshi's dead right off the bat, having tried to save a kid, which he didn't need to do. The kid was going to survive anyway. It's pointless, literally pointless. And yeah, he has to go and try to bring himself back with a test of the Spirit of the Beast egg, which
Wait, you're skipping shit. Wait a minute. Okay.
Everybody here pretty much knows the story.
You guys know YuYu Hakusho. No,
He
they
does
don't.
it.
They don't.
Y'all don't?
Yeah.
There's some people here that don't.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Skipping a little bit ahead.
First scene, right? First thing that happens straight up, and it just kicks off the whole series, is basically this this guy who's a real badass, right? He smokes, he swears, he says the N-word, probably whatever
He
the
looks like
equivalent
he
of
says
that
the
is in
N-word. He
Japan.
definitely looks like
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like that kind of guy, right? And everybody's afraid of him. And then he skips school and he sees this little boy playing with a ball in the street and pushes him out of the way. And as a result, gets hit by the car that was going to hit that kid. I didn't mention the car, but yeah, that's what happens, right? And so he's dead. But then he is not really. He's a spirit.
Yeah,
He's floating above his dead body.
hanging around as a ghost, and then the mythical figure of death, who comes as a hot woman,
Of course, it's anime.
flying on a boat oar called Botan. She comes up and is like, "Hey, you died, but you can take this test to stay alive if you want." And at first he's like, "No, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna be a ghost." And then she's like, "All right, well, don't answer now. Go and watch your wake. Like, go see who the fuck cares about you." And so he agrees.
He has to incubate an egg, and whatever the egg, whatever hatches from it, depends on his energy.
Yeah,
While he's
negative
completing
for
the test.
positive energy.
Yeah. So basically, he goes from being a boy, a teenage boy, to a being that people just look through while he incubates an egg, which is basically a woman. So he just has to be a woman for, I don't know, how many volumes does this have?
It goes through, I think, the first 2 books of him being a ghost.
Yes.
So like 10 chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah, of him being just a ghost,
Yeah.
just helping out old people and kids and.
This is a woman, a ghost, who helps out old people and kids and has to incubate an egg. And then whatever hatches from it depends on how much of a dick you're being. That's a chick. He's a chick.
And he was a
For-
badass before. Like, he had
Yeah.
the entire student body like shook. Like, everybody feared him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I want to see like the before story of like the cafeteria fight that had to go down like John Wick style for him to get this reputation, because everybody was scared of Yusuke, even the teachers. So
You know, this is a weird trope now, but like this was one of the first times. There's a thing now in the anime where there's this thing called truck coon, and that's what we call it. Is basically these characters get hit by a truck, they die on the very first episode, and then we go on the adventure from their death. And then people just, like in America, we just said, "Oh, that nigga got hit by a truck." But now in anime, they're going truck coon. Like, we've made the truck is now a character in anime. I mean, several anime do this, but this was the original trope, and they used a car.
yeah,
It wasn't even a truck. They were just like, "Hey, we can't draw trucks. We hitting this nigga with a car." And I thought that's original. That was very beautiful. Then somebody said, "We're not copying it. We're using trucks for the rest of this."
It's hard to draw a car in a truck. Have you
Yeah.
ever tried to draw a truck from memory?
Bro, I still draw trucks the same way I did in kindergarten. They are not.
Like a square.
Just a rectangle?
This is
Yeah.
just one box and a long thing.
Yeah.
There's a wheel at the back. It is not cute.
I challenge you tonight, all of you. Try to draw a truck and a car from memory, and you will be surprised how dumb you are.
Yeah, you will think you are autistic if you draw a truck. All my trucks look like Elon Musk said, "I'm gonna make that real." That's what my trucks look like. They are not good.
Yeah.
but yeah, and Yusuke then he takes on the test. Well, he says he doesn't want to do the test, but then he goes to his wake and sees who cares about him. So then he decides to do it, but in order to allow him to do the test, he has to keep his body alive. So he has to go and inform Keiko, the girl who's into him,
Yeah, she's like the girl next door anime character, you know,
Yeah.
that he teases.
the
but
old
ultimately
friend
she's in
who
love
he
with him.
sexually assaults casually,
Right.
of course.
All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Wait, is this where the rave is happening?
I don't even know how that
Yeah,
happened.
I'm about to start.
Hell yeah.
I don't.
Bust out the glow sticks. Let's do this shit. Come on, get those unicorn ears flapping. We're about to fucking, rip it up. Yeah.
I like how this is also being videotaped, and now there's just a part where it's dark and there's just voices talking to y'all.
Yes,
you know.
indeed.
I'm half Dominican. This is very normal.
Sort of.
Huh.
Do I look like I'm doing Queen's greatest hits? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
There are the lights. That's our guy.
Thank you, Justin.
There was just not enough movement here, is what happened. We were
The
sitting
mushrooms
so
are kicking
still.
in. That's what's happening.
We were so
None of that
high.
happened. We're all just. Yeah.
Nobody is moving enough for the
Tripping.
room to think that there are living people in this room.
It's like, this may be my new favorite room.
Anyway,
Yeah.
listen, so he's going to complete the tasks. He didn't want to
Yeah.
at first. He thought everybody didn't give a shit about him being alive or dead. Then his girl
They
next
do.
door that he fucks with loves him. His mom, who is drunk. I think she's also a prostitute, right?
Possibly.
Well, he
It
says
is
that she
in-
gets money from pimps.
No, he says she has visitors, which could mean she also could deal drugs.
She's a whore.
It's implied that she's a whore.
That's cool. That's because they're so casual about it. I think that's kind of cool, you know?
But
Whatever.
she's definitely a drunk.
Yeah. Also, they say the dialogue, it says he's supposed to be 14 when he dies. His mom is 29, which means that she was 15 when she had him.
Yeah.
So I did the math for you guys. So you know. This
As
is
a
crazy.
guy with 7
Yeah.
kids, his mom sounds like one of my exes. Okay, that's all I'm saying. She sounds cool.
But yeah, then
Yeah, she's
whenever
cool.
he decides to actually take on the test, he has to go and inform the girl who loves him that, hey, don't let my body get cremated. So he goes and possesses the body of Kuwabara, the only white dude in the whole thing. He's a ginger white dude.
Is he white?
He's white.
Oh, okay.
In the anime, he has a ginger pompadour.
Nice.
And
So he's like Conan O'Brien?
yes,
Kind of like that kind of deal?
Oh my God, I've never thought of that, but that is exactly who it is.
Yes.
It's Conan O'Brien.
It's Conan O'Brien.
Like a mean one. He's like a Conan O'Brien and that bully from The Christmas Story.
Yes.
Kind of like a combination. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And so yeah, he goes and possesses him, and the only way he can think to make Keiko, the girl, think that he's him instead of this white dude, is to come up from behind her and grab her by the breasts, because of course
That's their love language.
that's their love language: casual sexual assault.
That's
Yeah.
why I have 7 kids. That was my old move. That's how we had twins the first time.
You don't want to say that on a microphone.
Oh,
Let's delete that part, Jess. Thank you.
I know. I came up and grabbed her behind the breast, and she said, "Boy, quit playing. You gonna start something?" And then that were our twins.
That's a long way to say no. She could have just been like, no, quit playing.
She said, "Quit playing," and that was like, "Go girl, quit." Twins. Okay. She's gonna hear this episode and be like, "We should get back together," and I'm gonna be like, "Nah, that band broke up. We're done." No.
Which number wife is this?
She would have been wife number 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah, wife number 2.
How many have you had?
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I found out
It's
in
not
therapy
good.
I'm having a problem.
It's not-
So yeah, it's definitely, it's not good.
It's neither good nor bad.
I know worse.
I would have to
Yeah.
take a test if I died right now.
Yeah. Do you think you'll stick with the third one?
No, we already divorced.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I've gone through 3. Now I'm friends with all of them. That's the thing.
Should have gotten yourself some unicorn hats. That
Yeah,
was-
man,
that was
my
stuck
boy,
around.
my boy got his woman touching his ears and loving on him and eating pizza with him, and my girl won't even go get me no Popeyes. And she knew I was hungry, so yeah. Like right across the street, girl. Get it yourself. Oh, okay. You're still mad about the divorce.
Oh my god. I feel like you just recreated something that really happened.
Yeah. But if I'd have sit there and do your Hakusho, she'd have got it.
Do you think you'll get married again?
Hopefully not, man, because I'm tired of grabbing breasts from behind and then somebody tell me, boy, quit. I ain't doing that no more. I'm in therapy now.
I don't know.
I'm a better person.
I'm not sure how
Well, I
to
mean,
put
that's why
together
you
what-
hang around the anime cons. It's find your little.
No. No. I like coming to anime cons, but I don't want a weed wife.
Okay.
Why not?
Why not?
Because we're going to have them weird arguments, man. You know, y'all be laying in the bed, it's all like
You two are together,
quiet. And then y'all had that argument that one time, it's like, you know, that there's no way Gojo could really beat Goku, and I'll be like, this is why we're divorcing. You want to talk about dumb shit? So no, I'm not risking it. No, see, he knows his.
Do you have arguments like this with your?
They've had the anime argument.
You're married, right? With your wife, right? Okay, yeah. So what is the nerdiest argument that you've had with your wife?
I think it was something Star Trek related. I can't remember exactly.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, Star Trek would be pretty bad.
So which season?
It was Voyager.
Voyager?
Yeah. That's what she grew up.
It's like there's no point in even arguing about anything at that point.
That's what she grew up.
By Voyager?
Yeah, that was her. That was her jam.
Was it?
Yeah.
Next Gen was the only. Really? What about you? What's the nerdiest thing you guys have ever argued about?
Probably something hypothetical that came from her, but normally we don't.
Whoa. He was like, I don't know, it's probably her fucking fault.
It's
I don't fucking know.
So that's why that hypothetical
Something
fight
that's funny,
about
right?
characters has happened is basically what you're thinking, man. It's
Or anything, but no, usually we just casual watches, is what she was saying.
yeah, okay.
Watch and chill.
That's how it should be.
Okay.
I don't get those women. I don't get casual watchers. I get women that like, did you write the manga? Leave me the fuck alone, then. Those are who I get. No, I can't get married again. No.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of looking for that.
I will introduce you to some people.
Oh,
Thank you.
Is that
I
why
know
you
some
were?
girls for you.
Is that why you were interviewing him now? Because you were like, why so? Not like this kind of pussy. Why so?
Tell them about your boy
Any
Clay.
tips?
So back on the shit. Yusuke, he
Like I said, ADD. So
Oh, yeah.
you get it?
And
This is the
sure,
format.
it's a
All right,
great mix.
awesome. Feel free to
ADD and
pitch in and
script.
say literally anything you want. All right.
he goes and he sexually assaults grabs her breasts, and then he returns back to being a ghost, and they go and help out a few people as basically a dead boy detective. The first thing is there's a kid and his dog. The dog's gonna die, and it's gonna be just a spirit hanging around forever. And he goes and makes the kid. He beats the shit out of the dog's soul to make the kid stronger. It was really kind of fucked up.
He didn't beat up the dog.
Yeah, he kicked it. He brought it into the kid's dream and just kicked the shit out of the dog.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a disembodied dog, you know?
It's a dog's soul. That might
Yeah,
be
but what-
worse than kicking an actual dog.
Or it might be nothing at all, right? What does it mean to kick a soul?
Have you been kicked in the soul?
Yeah, it's just air.
Have you been kicked in the soul?
I mean,
Yeah, you can't kick in the soul with a foot, right? You can only kick in the soul with something like there's no more Chick-fil-A sauce. You know what I mean? Like something like that kicks you in the soul. It's shit like that. It's not like
I've been kicked in the soul
like a
because I remember
blunt.
one time confessing to this girl and she said, "Ew," and that kicked me in the soul. Yeah, that's a soul kick.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't kick a dog in the soul like that.
I mean,
This guy does.
Yeah, that's a good point.
and then he makes the kid stand up for himself by beating up his dog, which was that was weird as shit.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's my
Oh,
boy
sorry.
MA, man.
No, audience participation is encouraged.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And welcome. Hell yeah. Please chime in at any moment. What's up, scary guy in the back? What's going on? Please do not blow up the room. Okay, anyway. Can't tell if anybody's actually like a terrorist.
I think this
What's
is my
up?
favorite thing. More people are starting to come in.
Welcome.
These are the people that are like, hey, they sound mellow. We're going to come down off our drugs in that room.
Yeah.
I like that.
This is a good place to do it.
Definitely. I love the soul eater shit.
Feel free to
Yes,
ask
fuck
any
yeah,
questions.
soul leader.
You got any questions about anime or like IUDs or like
Yes.
IEDs for her,
Anything.
anime for me.
Yeah.
All right.
actually IUDs for him, anime for me.
Yeah, he always wear the waifu clothing. SMA didn't always wear the waifu clothing.
Oh,
And that he knows about waifus. This is very waifu-less, this conversation. I'm telling you right. Can I just say this? My weirdest part about this is that we glossed over the fact that This dude possessed another dude, and the only way he could convince his woman that it was his spirit was to come up behind her and grab handfuls of boobs.
Yeah.
And you just move right past that like that was normal.
I mean, it's just the regular casual sexual assault between two friends that they have.
Yeah.
I love how we just said that and you knew exactly what this conversation was about.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were talking about that.
Yes.
You said you didn't or you did?
No, I actually really like it.
Why?
They cut out a lot of filler.
I mean,
You mean
Ooh,
the
wait a
story?
minute, that's a hot take.
She's like, they cut out a lot of filler.
look, there's cutting out filler, and then there's taking 112 episodes and making it 5.
I understand that.
Wow.
One piece of strength that is due.
You know, I wish the United Nations would settle things the way you two did just now.
That was beautiful.
It would solve everything, right?
That was beautiful.
It literally saw that shit. She was just like, I love it. And he was like, I disagree reasonably because of this. And she's like, you know what? I see your point of view. Right? So
You know what I'm
why
gonna do?
can't everybody else do that?
I'm gonna have both of y'all talk to Kanye and get back to old Kanye. That's what we're gonna make America great again by that.
One anime convention at a time.
That's how we're gonna do it.
Well, I think it's like, look, the boob thing was clearly, that's how she would recognize him. He just did the thing that would make her recognize him.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure.
It's kind of like that.
She spun around and said,
He spun her
God
around a
dang
little
it,
first.
Yusuke, as she spun around before she even saw who it was,
Yeah.
she just spun around and slapped him in the face saying, God dang it, Yusuke.
Right.
And so, yeah, that was clearly the obvious choice, was to either grab her by the boobs or lift up her skirt, which is the other thing he likes
Yeah,
to
but that
do.
could have been a wind, right? Your skirt lifting up.
I mean, that's...
So grabbing boobs is just, that's it. This
Yeah.
is hands. And
Yeah.
the,
Not to mention the
Yeah.
one who possessed is the one who always gets beat up by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure. Yeah, Kuwabara is the one that regularly he just beats the shit out of.
right.
Which is pretty interesting early on, like early white person getting beat up by Asian dude, like just randomly in an anime, just regularly gets stomped out by Yusuke.
No, I'm taking a note of that because I do know a lot of black guys that love this anime and I never thought about that.
Right?
Like
Exactly.
they really, like black guys love YuYu Hakusho. And
Yeah.
they're like, man, watch this white boy get his ass.
This redhead white dude just regularly gets stomped out by the main character who's
Conan
Asian.
O'Brien about to get his ass beat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling him for the rest of this episode, Conan O'Brien.
Well, I think it's hard to fight when you got that big orange pompadour on the top of your head. You know,
Probably.
it kind of like throws you off. Maybe makes you a little less aerodynamic, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got these like real sleek Asians, right? And he's just pompadour in the wind, just holding him back. So I don't know. I feel like that might have been a strike against him.
I like how it was almost like, it almost sounded like racism, but also aerodynamic science. So that took it away from the racism. Only
When you want to
anime
say
convention.
something that's a little too edgy, always add science.
Yes,
There you go. That's
for
the
sure.
lesson.
I also, you didn't get there, but I think it's kind of like bitching out, giving Kuwabara just a lightsaber, basically. You saw that earlier? The model that you saw, Kuwabara getting that lightsaber?
Yeah,
I feel like that was a bitch way of just giving him a random ass power
I guess so.
instead of actually having him develop some shit. But yeah, that's on my own personal shit.
Anybody want to weigh in on the?
Everybody loves him anyways. He's such a little dumb kid.
Yeah, no, for sure, he's the lovable dumb dude.
He's just there for the comedic and lovable.
Yes.
He's not
Yeah.
there to be unique. He's supposed to get beat up, beat the crap out of him every single episode. Just get back up to get beat the crap out of again, so we can love him even more.
Hey, you guys want to go on a date?
Yeah,
You know, he's really.
I've never heard two people talk and I thought they should
Because
be
I feel
together.
vibes here. I feel vibes. I don't know.
Like, y'all don't even have to date. Y'all just gotta hang out every week, once a week,
Yeah.
and then record these weird ass conversations
Yeah, one
for
way
the
or the
rest
other, you
of us.
guys could be good friends. I could sense it. I know it.
Yeah, that's your new bestie. You don't know it.
For sure.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. What did we? I feel like we just did something here tonight.
I've never felt like Cubic until now.
How does it feel? Well, after 3 divorces. I mean,
After 3 divorces, I think I've learned something about how to make it work.
Is that your next cosplay?
Yeah, well, no, I was in a French maid dress earlier. I'm not putting on any more dresses.
You gotta come as Cupid now.
No, can't do it. Can't do it.
You
He's
would be
always
an
running around
adorable
topless.
Cupid.
Put on an adult diaper with some wings on.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be that hard.
Yeah, an adult diaper with wings on and these big ass luscious titties hanging out. I bet I don't. I bet I don't.
We'll get you a real bow and arrows just so you can have some fun.
No. I would aim that bow and arrow in my own mouth. Why are you in a diaper? It's over for me. Go on without me. Yeah.
All right, well, he manages to convince Keiko that he's still alive
Yeah.
somewhere, right? So that she runs to his mom
Yeah.
and tells her,
Yeah,
basically.
they
And his mom
start.
is-
She already realized because his heart started beating.
His heart started beating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his body's coming back alive. So she goes. They start watching over his body while he goes and helping out and trying to raise this egg with positive energy. Well, he doesn't even know that if it gets negative energy, that it's going to turn into a monster that will straight up eat him. He just knows that he has to raise this egg, and so they just go around helping out people, the kid and the dog, that he kicks the dog's soul.
Kicks the dog's soul?
Can't do
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was saying. They were debating
But
that
it's
that's not an animal abuse. I feel like it's worse
You
than
can't
normal
kick a dog's
animal
soul
abuse.
with a
How
foot,
can you
right?
kick the dog's
That's what I
soul?
said, thank you. Right? Well, because I'm saying, like,
He pulled the soul into a dream.
The dog died. There was just a spirit haunting a house. Then he takes the soul, brings it into a kid's dream to try to make the kid stand up for himself. So he starts kicking the dog's soul to make the kid defend the dog.
listen, you can't kick a dog's soul with a foot, right?
If you're a ghost,
You
then
can
yes,
only
you can.
you can only
If you're-
kick a dog in the soul if you tell it something like, you can't go out for a walk today. Fuck you. That's the only time you can kick a dog in the soul, when you say some shit like that. Right? Huh? No treats. Yeah, you look at that, right? And you see it in their eyes. You just kick them in the soul, right? No treats.
So Ghost Dude
You can't help my
basically
leg.
kicked Ghost Dog's ass.
Yeah, he stomped out the ghost dog.
But they were both souls.
Yes.
Yeah, at that point, that don't even seem like
Yeah.
soul on soul crime.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know.
You might as well say
Like,
like,
if we're both
you
souls.
might as well play like dueling farts. You know what I mean? Like you might as well try to like mush your farts together and like hurt each other with it. You know? It's like it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, like if I was an exorcist priest and I pulled the dog's soul out and I said, I'm gonna whoop this dog's ass and kick his soul, I'd be like, hey, that's cold blooded. But if I'm a soul and you a soul, nigga, square up. That's what that is. I don't even feel like that's bad, dog. Yeah, that dog just took an ass whooping from another soul. That's, that's very Mississippi of it. I don't know.
I mean, all right. I think it's a little worse than normal animal abuse.
Okay, so
Would you like to weigh in, lady who has the most opinions in the room?
this lady, did you read all of YuYu
Not
Hakusho?
release the mean shoe.
You gotta tell me, did you read all of it? Because you seem very well versed in this.
She's welcome here.
I've actually never read it.
Okay.
All right, shut up. All right, anyway, listen. We're gonna-
I'm an anime connoisseur.
So you watched all the anime.
Okay.
Right.
How many times have you watched it all the way through? It sounds like one that you watched a lot.
One great shit, coach.
Of course.
She's studying to be a doctorate in mathematics.
Nice.
That's not
Fuck does that?
First of all, the kind of nerds that come to anime conventions
Yeah.
and know a lot about YuYu Hakusho. That's who does
people
that.
with autism.
I'm warning you guys. Don't release the mean shoe.
How did I get? Because you don't blink, bitch. You don't blink since you walked in this fucking room.
I don't know if you know, but our eyes are working from up here. We've been looking at you. She's like, they can't see I'm not blinking. Yeah, the fuck we can. The lights are on, okay? I love her. You may be my new best friend. I don't know how this is going. Yes.
You have him up here on this stage.
For sure.
And in this room. Hell yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
What is
The Q&A has started.
What is Turtle Reads?
That's our podcast based off of the Discworld novels. the Discworld is a fantasy world that satirizes Earth, created by Terry Pratchett. It's a flat disc on the back of 4 elephants that are standing on the back of a giant turtle that's flying through space.
Is that like a concept, like a?
It's originally from Buddhism.
I don't know. I'm looking at this fucking logo and the turtle reads. I'm like, turtles don't do maybe.
They might.
See, you also did mushrooms before you came to this room. That's what that sounded
I
like.
did not have that.
Yeah, he sounded like he went on a spiritual journey.
Let's not create a fucking
All right, listen, Buster.
You condone these mushrooms, but I think it's a regular because I'm different.
Okay, but you're not,
Okay,
listen,
that's
you're
true.
not hydrated, okay? You're on something. What is it?
Life. No test.
I'm gonna be honest, MMA really is high on life a lot of times, but I mean,
You want to be the
okay, I'm gonna tell
But
you
your eyes are like,
you may not have done it today, but
you
we
look
read a
like
con
a
one time, and MA he came to me, he said, hey man, you wanna go walk with Jesus? And I thought that meant we were gonna go pray. And what happened was we went and smoked so much weed that I saw Jesus. That's what happened with that
you
guy.
motherfucker.
Yeah, so when he tells you,
I'm
I'm high on life, sometimes he's high on prayer, and it's called chronic. That's awesome.
Life is just the strain of weed that he smokes, basically, is what you're saying.
One of you guys got this today. He talked about his drug use and being high at Walmart or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, I'm high all the time. Like this is normal. Like,
Yeah.
I would never fucking use my keys at a check. I just normally go to Walmart and just get my. I'm just normally. I smoke all the time. So.
Yeah, I know. We walk with Jesus. I remember San Marcos. I can tell you the city we were in, right?
What I did learn was a lot of people in the crowd that don't smoke weed or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, amongst comics and the comedy community, weed is very, very prevalent. Me personally, I've worked at a dispensary in Seattle for a year as security, so I probably smoke.
You could outsmoke me right now. If you got cut
I could probably
and your blood got exposed to the air, I would float out of here. Okay, let's be real about what's going on.
Yeah, to not be humble, I could probably outsmoke anyone in this room.
He can outdo you, but don't take the challenge. I've seen what he can do. Don't do it.
We have
an episode where Clay basically spends about an hour and a half eating mushroom chocolates straight through, like from beginning to end. He doesn't stop. Towards the end, I'm like, do you feel anything? And he's like, feels like sleepy.
Oh, I run with big dogs, bro.
And he took another bite.
Let's go. We'll be able to fucking go.
You know, see, this is what I've done. I brought a bunch of comedians to an anime convention, and I've just made a bunch of drug addict friends. And then my homegirl, the doctor in mathematics, is going to help us all out later on.
Don't leave.
So if we get too high and we say some dumb shit, she'll say, first of all, in episode 5, and we'll be like, that's my homegirl, she got us. Bring us back. I love it.
For sure. But yeah, and then, so getting back to the book, sorry.
I like how we do these
Why are you
tangents, but
apologizing?
don't even apologize. This is just
We're diving in and out. We're like dolphins here. We're like rhetorical dolphins. Okay?
Indeed.
Nobody knows what we're even talking about. Just keep going. Yeah.
So,
we're talking.
after-
He thinks we're talking about turtles. Like, go ahead.
Dogs are turtling.
Yes.
See, MA's on his own journey.
Dolphins with turtles.
After he goes and helps the kid with the dog goes off to heaven and shit. He's able to rest. They go and they find a new issue. It's a woman who cannot go, find rest because she's waiting for a dude on a bench, park bench. She told that she would meet during Christmas the year before, and she ended up dying. So she missed meeting him on Christmas, and he ends up being basically the biggest douche in the world. He was basically just using her. He sets up a date with every chick he finds, he starts talking to, and is like, hey, wait here, and sees how long they'll wait. And
Maybe he's just doing a study.
yeah, maybe this is just a sociological study.
Just saying.
And then, yeah, they help that. The one one after that, I think is pretty fucking weird. It has a tanuki. There's an old man who's going to die soon. His son died, and they helped out a tanuki get out of a bear trap. Tanuki is a raccoon dog.
Yeah, you gotta say what a tanuki is. Did any of y'all know what a tanuki was? So in Japan lore, the tanuki
It's like
is literally a raccoon,
Yes.
but he's kind of like
It's a raccoon dog.
raccoon dog. Yeah, it
In
is.
Japanese mythology, it's supposed to represent wealth and high fertility. Generally, it's holding a bag of gold coins, and it has giant testicles. Like just huge testicles. A lot of y'all have probably seen the old. Yes, exactly like that. Some of y'all have.
I have 7 kids. Y'all think if I die, I get to come back as a tanuki?
Yes.
Possibly.
Man, I'm getting into this Japanese lore, bro. I want to come. Someone's got to explain why I got 7 kids, man. Please. Other than he's a black guy, someone else has got to explain it.
You've seen Studio Ghibli movies, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, they have one. I don't know exactly which one it's from, but they had a squad of tanuki that parachute from the sky using their testicles as parachutes, like pulled back up over their body, and they all paratroop down using their testicles.
Yeah, I saw that happen at the Kardashian house on spring break too. That was.
Why did you say it was sad?
It's actually about how human society,
Holy shit.
it's because it was intervening, how the forests and they losing their home.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Most of Studio Ghibli movies are.
What movie was
You
this?
cry every time you see the tanukis with the balls.
You can't.
You cry during the scene where they're paratrooping down with the balls? Like, you cry when they lose their home. Okay. I imagined you weeping as their
Look at them using their balls to fly. She just got tears coming down her face. I've been like,
Big
what?
testicles like that.
Oh, them are some big ass
Yeah,
nuts.
they're giant
No,
testicles.
where's the projector, bro?
I know.
Yeah. Show that to him. Them ain't chicken.
Big balls.
Show the class.
Bro, you know what? I've never been on a show so wild that I feel comfortable
Show
right now.
everybody your balls.
Hey, look up
Palm Poco.
Tanuki fucking parachute.
We will show y'all the balls later. We'll do the homework thing.
Yeah.
Hold on. Aziz, I'm sorry, that's a question.
That look like
Wait a minute.
Mario World shit.
So, you didn't realize it was their balls?
I watched it when I was younger.
So this could be a happy movie for you now. I'm glad you could do that for
He
you.
said they lost their home, but you should see these niggas do it.
Don't
That's amazing.
Whenever that movie starts to make you sad, just look at the nut sacks in the sky.
Yup, let the nuts make you laugh.
Coach. You're born a Tanuki.
I want to be a tanuki then. Yes.
You know how to transform into
What are the prerequisites for tanuki,
I think Japanese.
other than big balls?
Yeah, Japanese and big balls. I think that's what you got.
Yeah.
I might have been a tanuki in my past life, and then they said you did a lot of wrong with your balls. You gotta come back as a black guy with
Wait,
those
what?
same balls.
No. Listen, how many kids do you have?
7.
I think if you have 7 kids, you did the right thing with your balls, to be honest.
I will tell you this
Right?
much.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the rules of balls, and what is expected of balls, he did what he was supposed to do with his balls.
I would say this, I had so much fun with my balls. If I die, don't cry for me, okay? Just be like, he lived the way he died, using
For
his
sure.
balls, okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
I hope that's how I go.
I'll be there, bro.
We'll bury you with your balls sticking out of the ground.
Yes. In fact, just put 2 balls on my tombstone. Just,
We'll put that scene from that movie with
so
the balls
it looks like
and
that
the
click clack on
raccoons.
my tombstone, and when y'all come through, it just go clack clack. That'll just be perfect for me.
It's gonna say eat good.
Bro, I literally do want to do that. I ever since I seen that episode of the Boondocks where Grandpa Freeman's best friend died, and he sent him after he died. He waited a week, and then they sent him a box of planners. They got that giant jar of planners, and he opened it. He's from the lawyer. They delivered him a giant jar of planners, and they said, "What's this for?" And he said, "You gotta play the videotape." And he puts the videotape, and he said, "Robert, I know for our whole life, man, if you got this jar, I just want to say, he's nuts, nigga. I got you from the grave. You can't even get me back. And I want to do that to all 3 of my ex-wives. I just think it would be one last joke I could get them with, from the grave. And they'd just be like, that's why we divorced.
I mean, you can do that. You have to write that in your will.
Yeah.
And put funding aside for it. This is not a thing that you can't do. You know that, right?
First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I think Melissa may be my new best friend, because all my bad ideas, she has helped me figure out a way to pull them off. So.
I think all of you should do what you want to do. That's it. Will to power. Geisha. Do it. Go downward path. Take the crooked path. Pursue your passions. Everything is good. Bad is good. Good is bad. Just do it. Okay? Just fucking get out there.
Nietzsche at a fucking anime convention. It's great.
It's all books. It's all books. And
I love it. And the only person that knew besides you was the doctor.
Who knew it?
That's funny. You only be the 3 smartest people in this room.
No. Just extra time. That's all. Extra time to read extra shit.
Yeah, for sure. Boredom and just time on end and getting really high. That helps.
Yeah.
I'm changing my life. I'm gonna start getting high more and reading more.
Good luck.
Yes.
I don't know about getting high and reading. You could maybe read manga.
Oh no, I love getting high and reading.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I could never get past like one sentence. I would just read the same sentence over and over again.
No, just dive right in with most of the shit. Some of the shit gets repetitive and you just, start doing that. But
It gets repetitive for me too, when I get high.
I did get high and read the Bible. And then that led to me 2 years in college as a religious major.
Oh wow.
See, and that's a warning, don't get high and read.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, just don't do
But
that.
if you want to be Joel Osteen, get high, read the Bible,
That's true.
start a TV ministry, I almost did. But
Be careful what you read while high.
Yeah.
That's the message.
Yeah.
Just imagine had I got high and read like Taylor Swift's liner notes, then I'd have been
Exactly.
an idol performing here. Instead, we're all talking about our drug use and the manga we read.
Have you ever smoked weed with Bible paper?
Yes.
I've not done that. I've seen.
It turns blue. That's probably not healthy. Maybe don't do that. But it's cool.
That was the
it's
first
not
one I
cool.
tried.
Don't do it. What?
You actually smoke with Bible paper?
Oh yeah. I grew up like super conservative area, and we had the building that was near my house was a church/school, so there was like a shit ton of Bibles left in this fucking building, and so me and my brother, whenever we started doing drugs, we went and raided this fucking little school thing, and just tore out all the back pages. The last 3 pages of all these Bibles are just blank pages, so we ripped them all out, and that's what we tried to learn how to roll with, which is the worst paper to learn how to roll with, and it's the worst for you.
Yes, it is. It uses all sorts of ways.
Oh yeah, but
I don't know if you know this from looking at me, but I have a black mom. And you cannot touch a Bible and smoke it in that house.
oh yeah, I'm my bad.
Ask black moms how that would go.
Oh, if my mom had found out we used Bible, I mean, white conservative mom is the same. If my mom
white
found out,
conservative mom will kill you herself
Yeah.
and then tell if God told her to.
Isn't this just like Southern moms, basically?
It could be a
What
southern
you're talking
mom
about?
thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
probably-
shook your head. You have this white conservative southern mom, right?
My white conservative mom, who was no longer like that, but at the time, took us to a home church. And at this home church, it was a group of like, I don't know, like 6 women, and one of them was the 13th disciple, and she would have put all of her children, because she had a lot of children, just kept on having babies, right? And she would put all of them in the stroller and go around and tell people what God told them was wrong with them.
Oh.
And she had to comfort her.
This sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're being judgmental and then telling, God told me to tell you.
Yeah, okay.
When
It
somebody
sounds like the
calls
next
themselves,
season of American Horror Story.
yeah, when someone calls themselves the 13th disciple,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, we've gone a step too far.
Was this woman Kanye? Because that sounds like some shit you would have done. Kanye's like, I'm the 13th disciple. And I'd be like, no, you're
Yeah,
not.
no, that is Kanye's next album.
That's
You were
it.
basically.
Big lie about it though. Like my sister, we also did Thai martial arts. So my sister beat her in a tournament, and she told everybody. She told an entire sermon about how God told her that I had to quit Taekwondo because it was a sin for her, but not. It was a sin for my 12-year-old sister to beat her.
Wow.
So your 12-year-old sister whooped her ass so bad that God came and said, that bitch gotta quit.
God said. That's hilarious.
But her mom gave her.
Okay. All three of my ex-wives, I had a new argument. I said, look, I got saved at this anime convention, and God said I was right to divorce you. That's what I'm about to do. I learned something
You know
new
what?
here.
Her legal name is Destiny.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a white woman out there named Destiny that's a spokesperson for God in the 13th disciple. You know what? Fuck this manga. I don't want to hear more about this crazy life. You know what? We're shooting a pod. I don't even have a podcast. We're getting one next week. Just you and me talking about Destiny's dumb
Hey,
ass.
wait. So,
Okay, wait, do you guys talk about that, or do you want to talk about how my mom was joining a cult for a few years?
well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because clearly.
Oh, this was a different cult. Like, she joined a cult for a few years, but then she got into Twilight, so we had to leave the cult so she could read Twilight.
It was she was saved from the cult by reading. I love this.
But reading Twilight, I mean, this is the most girl shit I've heard. This is like girl. It's like first you're with like 6 other women. One of them won't stop fucking shitting out kids, right? And then she's a bitch. She's just like, you can't take Taekwondo anymore because God said so. Anyway, and then.
And you hear the Twilight baseball song.
Yeah.
So,
This is like the Heathers, right? Your mom's like Winona Ryder. She's like, she wakes up, she's like, I don't want to fucking be here. I want to read Twilight. Fuck this.
Did you all ever when you got serious?
What were you were a kid as this was happening?
yeah.
So was it slowly dawning on you that everybody around you was fucking insane, or like when did it happen?
I'm out of school when they pulled me out of school in 3rd grade.
Totally.
Like, that was awesome.
Hell yeah.
And around the time I was like 13 years old, I was like, you know, this is getting really weird.
What was the weird part?
13. You went into 13, not even like snotty 12-year-old girl going, this bitch is insane.
I mean, like, I wasn't around the general public. I was just with a bunch of other homeschoolers that were living
Yeah,
in some
yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
That's a cult.
Yeah.
See, that's what that's called.
yeah.
Let me just say, the entire time we were dating, her family, all they ever said was, run.
The rest of the family?
Oh, yeah, they hate me.
Oh,
You know why
really?
they hate you? Because you're woke to the fact that that was a cult. That's why.
Yeah, they definitely want to separate. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Meet me after this. We gotta talk about it. We're gonna podcast about this.
They have a whole museum that it looks like Noah's Ark. It's dedicated to convincing you that the Earth is only 10,000 years old.
Oh, I mean, of course, this goes without saying. Yeah. They're just like,
They
they got
have a whole
phones.
school curriculum, and you would love this. You have to learn math through
Jesus,
some
man.
boy named Eddie telling you not to have sex.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, excuse me. Wait, math to mathematically prove why you should not have sex. Is that what you just said to me right now?
It's like a whole little story. Like, it's a comic book where you have to learn math through this comic
This
book
is a legitimate
About-
school curriculum.
about this place.
Listen, we need your autistic powers over here. We need your mathematical
Barbara
work.
Beth, did you hear this insanity she just said, Barbara Beth? She said she was homeschooled and they learned math through a comic book that mathematically proves why they're not supposed to have sex before
Yeah.
marriage.
And clearly, I feel like you would have a mathematical equation that proves the opposite. So I want to know. I want us to compare math
Have
here.
you seen this in your doctorate studies?
Yeah.
That there's a mathematical equation that says, hey, don't sling dick because X equals cosine of C. Is there some mathematics that we don't know about?
Look, I know you're confused right now. Okay, I know you're looking at your phone. You're like, what the fuck is happening right now?
She said, why did y'all pull me into this dumb shit?
You could save people from a cult right now. If you could. Yes.
There's a manga about calculus.
Please tell me that that's not your math major.
Calculus 1, 2, 3, manga about statistics, manga about anything. They're really good.
Okay, do you know if any of those writers ever said, hey, don't sling no dick?
Do you think you could come up with like a Goodwill Hunting formula for proving why you can have sex before marriage? Do you think you could do
I
that?
know what Goodwill Hunting is.
But there are
Oh, okay.
simple equations of why like certain fish in the sea have to reproduce at a certain rate, or else.
Oh, so you're getting close.
Bam, here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, this is getting close right now.
Okay,
All right.
so could you
Go
come up
up
with
next to
a,
me,
listen,
are you sure?
could you come up with like a recursive derivative vaginal function for
It's all wrong.
I get my words wrongly.
Like, I want one of those TikTok, like, series to
No, I swear to God,
between
Yeah.
this to that. Like, what's the price?
I'm getting her real name after this because if I see a fucking book one day in Barnes and Noble written by you that tells me I want access to them. Seriously, we're my new best friend because if you write one that tells me, hey, you should get you some dick. Here's the math equation that says why. I swear to God, I don't know who votes for getting you the words like the Nobel Peace Prize, but motherfucker, I will get you one. I will steal you a Nobel Peace Prize in mathematics if
Look,
you do this
if
equation.
you come up with the math to do this, you could actually save children from a cult that she would actually belong. Do you realize that? Do you realize that? Because your math would actually not even have to be as hard as their math. Their math is wrong math, right? So it's like, because it's like made up math.
Yeah,
all
definitely
you
wrong math,
have to
shit.
do is literally like 1 + 1, 2, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even have to work as hard as they do to come up with bullshit.
Well, it's okay, because you just learned real math until, like, I think 5th grade, and then the focus gradually turns more from math equations
To babies.
to these comics about not studying.
Yeah.
You know what, I think I'm going to join this
From
cult
math.
next week just for the material.
From math to comics. I mean, I think that's very relatable to everybody here, right? From math to comics.
It's weird still, I'm trying to find the curriculum so y'all can all enjoy this.
She's looking up the curriculum.
Okay, while she's looking that up, let's go back to this manga because I have never done an attention so wild that I felt all the emotions. It was such an emotional.
Okay, we got one more commentary though. So her mom what?
Her mom, who played all these roles, is also the one who raised her on Star Trek Voyager.
That's so great. The ultimate cult. She didn't, I mean, the Star Trek thing, that's just another cult. So, yeah.
Star Trek Church is a thing.
Hey.
I literally was uploading Star Trek.
There's nothing wrong with you.
I was uploading Star Trek Voyager fanfiction that I was writing on Reddit to the official website, and people were reading it and enjoying it. I had the scripts, like I would read the scripts, you know, I had them memorized.
You have them memorized? Fuck yeah, dude.
I was middle of school at the time. I was little, okay?
I thought cults are people, but really they just kind of make you way better than just weird shit.
Your mom was like a cult tourist, right? She was, for her, every cult was just like going to Disney World.
She had no leadership.
Yeah,
Your mom had no leadership?
She had no leadership.
yeah, dude, she does sound like she had
I mean, she
leadership.
had enough
Destiny.
leadership to kind of go like, this cult's kind of lame, I'm gonna go to the next one. Like that.
It was like a dopamine thing. Like every 3 years, it's like, okay, where is the next?
She would just get a rush from it.
Bro.
She should have just come to a fucking anime convention.
Yeah,
I think your mom the whole time was just searching for anime conventions. Yeah, she was a Trekkie. Your mom was a Trekkie in denial.
The first hospital we recorded, Star Trek was the first hospital that ever like premiered. Like it was the first thing that happened.
yeah, you know, we could just saved your mom with One Piece. We could have kept her fucking busy. Just with One Piece. Just like, sit down and watch this and quit listening to Destiny. The 13th disciple. Luffy's gonna fight her in season 12. That season.
Your mom thought she wanted like Jesus walking on water, but really she wanted like Ponyo, you know, like floating.
That's what it was.
With a little parasol.
So maybe, I feel like she's on this iPad. It's just kind of
Does your mom still do culture, or is she like old lady in it now?
She started a business that got really successful. She got bored, she quit it, and now she's like trying to create she's trying to raise a therapy dog.
You know,
Taking off the soul.
I'm gonna say something. I came here tonight and I had no idea what was gonna happen, but I just found out. I'm probably gonna be your stepdad next year. That's what I just found out in this panel.
Congratulations. You're getting
Yeah,
married
I
again.
am coming back into the marriage game. You're gonna be his black stepdad, and your mom and I are just gonna tour culture for the rest of our lives.
Like, recorded. Have you ever had a wife lady who's convinced she's great and has black curly hair?
Hell yeah.
This is gonna be.
I don't know what any of that fucking meant, but fuck yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Mamma Mia.
You know,
Yeah, big
I
factory
watched that
wedding.
movie a couple times, so I'm cool.
Wait, why do you think your mom was like that?
I mean, our family did immigrate from Greece, but we don't have like any of that. Like,
Wait, your family is from Greece, so they're crazy. But like your mom, like why? What craziness about her specifically? Like, what do you think happened with her?
We're from West Texas.
Okay, if you guys ever
This
there.
is like something for the people on this side, but not to me. I'm from New York. I don't know.
Do y'all know about Friday Night Lights?
You ever heard
The
of
movie?
Friday Night Lights about the Texas high school football and small town
That was
Texas?
filmed at my mom's high school.
Oh, I see.
That's about my mom's high school. Like, that's all you need to know. Like, that's where everything went wrong.
West Texas is weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I live there. I know that.
Right, that's lit.
Yeah.
And they have terrible cable packages, which is why we all have kids, like birds and kids.
Yeah,
That's
the
why I
cable
don't have
packages,
that.
that's what really did
Cable
it.
sucks, so.
She was just
I
a
feel
sweet
like I
lady.
know you so much more after that conversation.
I mean, we all know her so much more. What are you talking about?
Oh,
I mean,
This episode, each of us all can get together in a circle and hug it out. Because I feel like this was therapy for all of us.
I mean, this is what it was going to be from the beginning.
Yeah.
I hope you all knew that. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah, cool.
This is amazing.
Yeah. All right, Clay, you want to talk about YuYu
At one point I was trying, but no, yeah. We stopped off on the tanuki. Yeah, the testicles.
It's okay.
Right. So the old man and the kid, they saved the tanuki whenever the kid was young, and then the old man, he lost his grandson. So he's going to die soon. So the tanuki decides to try to console him by transforming into his grandson and laying in bed with the man at his dying wish.
Yeah, those big old nuts.
Yeah, with his no, well, that's the thing. In the
Grandson, your balls are much larger than they were. What is this?
Actually, in the manga, that's one thing I kind of
Yeah, that was a little weird.
dispute. The tanuki had no nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have big nuts, allegedly.
Yeah.
They do.
Clay's very upset.
But this Tanuki was walking around with like little baby nuts. And you're like, that don't seem real.
It's not right. It's.
Sorry, but this is called a shonen, which means for boys, not for men.
First of all, as a boy, they better show me my nuts. I knew where they were at, okay? As a boy, in fourth grade, I know what these are.
And also,
sometimes my underwear tickled them. I didn't understand that part. That doesn't mean my mom was buying a silk bra. So we were getting.
Well, I think what you guys need to do clearly is just you gotta write a letter to the author of the manga and say, look, the little boy nuts were missing. Where are they? They're not big enough, first of all, and this is not really consistent with the
With Tanuki lore.
lore. Yeah. So I invite you to do that.
for sure.
You know what, man? I don't know if I want to be a part of that argument.
Yeah, I would think so, but
They'd be like, who's that old black guy arguing for little boys that have big nuts when there's Tanuki out there? Yeah, that came out wrong. That was very R. Kelly of me. I mean, I do that. Yeah. Thanks, Doc. You saved me from some shit.
Go to the next arc, because arguably the egg arc is the worst arc in the entire anime.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
why do you think so?
Just about.
That's when he gets the egg. You mean when he receives it, or you mean the entire story?
Yeah, the
Not
whole.
even like part of the thing, like they drop it in the live action because it's so bad.
Yeah, it kind of is a
It
little.
is so, it's not even part of the storyline. It's just
Yeah.
there.
It's kind of like a skin tag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, before we get real deep, let's do this whole thing about Tanuki nuts real quick. And you were just like, y'all could have skipped this.
You can skip the entire arc and you didn't absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Motion to never speak of it again.
Pass.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that.
Guys, thank y'all for coming out and joining us tonight.
Take care.
I want to ask a question real quick. This is Clay Foreman and then Melissa Diaz. How did you guys all meet? Let's hear that story.
We told y'all.
It's not a.
Yeah, they weren't here.
It's so not a crazy story.
Yeah, it's a comedy club. I worked at it. She performs there regularly. He performs there regularly. They're both hilarious, and we're all dirty. We just all
Like, literally, we'd be hanging out before shows. Clay and I, he'd be like, hey, what manga are you reading? And I say, oh, I'm reading this, and I name stuff off. And then he would be like, oh, I hadn't heard of that. Have you read this? We were just really, like everybody else in the comedy club thought we were just weird because we would talk manga and anime. And then,
Well, I'll tell you what it is, really. Honestly, what it is that Clay is like a connoisseur of nerds. You know what I mean? Like, he identifies them, he can sense them, and he'll just try to figure out which one you are until he finds out, and then he'll relate to you with it. That's kind of what it really is, Clay. Is that
nice.
Clay just kind of sits real quiet. He's kind of like in the pocket, you know, give it up for Clay. You know, he's very proactive about bringing his people together, his community. So that's kind of how it really happened, is that Clay kind of feels people out and then sussing out what their thing is. Yeah.
Then I get you to an anime convention where you find more of your people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you found the doctor of mathematics, and I've never met a friendship that needs to exist more than that.
Don't
Yeah.
release the beach tube.
Yeah. Why do you keep saying
This
that?
is a doctor and mom too. All this shit. She's gonna call you out.
Yeah,
But that's, she has already. She's done it. You're so high that you don't remember she did it like 3 times already.
Yeah.
So you are a person too. Like, oh,
Me?
I had to ask this shit. Do you guys all watch anime?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your favorite anime?
What's my favorite anime?
Because the only white people up here, we have to ask this question.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one that really kind of shaped my interest in anime. But it's Fist of the North Star. That's the one that I watched.
That's a good one.
I watched it as a kid, though. So.
That's crazy.
Well, you know, I wasn't sure if you were autistic before. I am now.
I love her.
She's like, do you see this conversation? She's like, I made this. I made this. I'm gonna go do math now. See you
I
later.
love somebody like you right now. You're probably the best thing. I swear to God.
I just had to check because it's great that you guys are all like aware and knowledgeable of the content.
Oh yeah.
You go to the curveball, like rules.
And actually, that is a really dope question. What is yours, Coach? What's your favorite?
I will tell you right now, it is my favorite, and I watched it again for the 12th time to start this new year, and it is Robotech.
Oh shit.
Robotech is my all-time favorite anime. It was the first time I watched guys in mechs. And there was a love story, there was a very adult love story, and there were high stakes because main characters died and the perma died. And it was the first time I'd seen something where the hero could die, and it told me a love story and it didn't feel weird or icky. Like, it really got me into this whole thing about, wow, these 2 women really like him. And it was the first love story I ever watched, and it's the reason I still watch a lot of rom-coms and romance drama anime, because of that one boy anime, that shonen anime that just told me a really complex story. So, Robotech, that's my favorite of all time.
Oh.
Yeah, that was an early neck one I loved. That was really good.
What's yours?
Mine is kind of basic bitch, but Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, dude, that's classic, bro.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's classic.
I mean, yeah, it's the classic, go-to, but it really is. It mixes music and the animation so perfectly. In every episode, the score is just so on point, and then the scenery, the just visuals is great. The storyline between him and Julia, him and Vicious, like all of it is just so perfect. Even though it's just 26 episodes, it's probably one of the best to me.
When we were all locked in the house during the pandemic, I had all 26 episodes downloaded on our Plex server, and I watched watched through it from beginning to end, and it still holds up to this very day. It's amazing.
Where were you during the pandemic?
I was in Round Rock, Texas,
Oh, okay.
eating a lot of edibles, and I watched Cowboy Bebop and Tiger King. That was all I watched.
I thought nobody in Texas did the lockdown. That was my impression.
No, man. I had all day living in my house.
I saw you in the house. Why didn't you do the lockdown?
No, we came out afterwards.
It was very.
No, we came afterwards because you were in San Angelo.
Right after.
Yeah, I remember because my mom's 70 and I was going to risk my mom's life because I was like, I like that lady. She never joined the cult. She never taught me weird math with comic books, and she knew I had a bunch of kids and she never judged me and said, don't sling that dick. So I love my mom. So I kept her alive as much as I could.
For sure.
Yeah, man. My brother doesn't love me because I have too many kids, but my mom, she didn't judge me.
Your brother's just jealous of your balls. Don't worry.
Yeah, because I'm a Tanuki.
Tanuki,
You're coach to Ricky next year.
So you just go, you know what, so long, mister. You just sail off on your fucking balls. Just fucking
So
float
my
away.
household, my balls, so I
Yeah.
can float away.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. Yeah, but yeah.
I'm homeless. She cries. She goes to me floating with my Tanuki balls and start crying like, oh my God, he's homeless. And it's going to be so sweet.
She doesn't even know what's happening right now.
Ah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Later.
Well, I mean, we've been talking for.
Yeah, I think we've gone way over time.
Yeah.
But I don't think honestly the place cares, but we probably should get out of here.
Yeah, I don't even think they know we're here.
Oh, probably
Yeah, no.
not.
I mean, the lights were going off.
Yeah, they literally turned the lights off on us at one point. That was hilarious. But yeah, thank you all for coming. This was
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Thanks for talking to us.
And yeah, hopefully we'll be back next year.
Yeah, you will. I'll make sure that happens.
Thanks for getting
better
in.
time, though. I want a better time slot, y'all.
It's really good to be back.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
I'll be
We're
here.
getting over.
Hell yeah.
You tell me if you want to come back and I'll make sure that happens.
Of course.
For
Yeah.
sure.
This was fun.
All
We
right.
learned a lot. We learned a lot about you.
That
was great.
You were counseling. You don't come back to
No,
this.
thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not sure what you're trying to teach here, but the chapter is about thrifting.
Well, I guess we could share that on the
Yeah.
on the Instagram,
Yeah.
right? Can you send us this?
Yeah,
All right,
and it's
cool.
just on Reddit. Like, there's a whole Reddit thing dedicated to
Send it to me
like.
and I'll send it to you. Just send it to me right now. That's amazing.
All right. Well, we talked about a lot of things, and YuYu Hakusho was not one of them, but we still had a lot of fun. And thank you for joining us, Roger.
Anytime, man. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, no,
But that was up in the air. He's such a busy dude.
We weren't sure. if
You
we
had
could-
to print this
Yeah.
a week before.
Yeah, for sure.
It was good.
I was-
Oh, yeah, man. I was scared.
Listen, you nitpicker.
I had to fight to get in here, they know. They had to fight to get in this room.
I'm not a nitpicker. I'm just
Yeah, he's woke. He's like, hey, I'm not nitpicking.
I'm aware.
Your buddy needs some snacks. Take her to a snack place, right? You look like you need to be. No? Okay. Well, all right.
You do look
Nice
good,
try.
though. Okay.
She looks. She has her hood over her head.
Oh, she's hungry.
She wants to go. So we gotta go. We're gonna wrap this up.
I have a question.
Oh, gosh.
I have an IED question. What does my asshole hurt?
All right. Anyway, on that note,
Yeah, that's the one that is it.
this has been the Turtle Reads.
Reese.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Thanks, Clay.
Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bye.